Do I? Don't I? Is that price too good? I don't know. I don't know. I'm a mess. I'm a mess. Hello, and the warmest of welcomes to today's video. For those of you who haven't seen my face before, hi, I'm Nick, glad to have you here. Those of you who have seen my face before, thank you so much for joining me again. Hope you're enjoying my videos. I put out videos roughly 2 to 3 times a week on a range of different topics, anywhere from fashion, slightly more personal topics. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, please do head down, hit subscribe, and turn on notification bell. I love chatting with you all. I'm all about living life loud, and what that means to me is being your authentic self, being proud to be you, and just celebrating who you are. Celebrating yourself, and of course, celebrating others. So, let's have a quick run through of my pre-loved wish list. I spoke through my wish list previously. There were some pre-loved pieces on there, but this one is solely dedicated to pre-loved, and I'm going to tell you where these pieces are, if I can find them, but some of them are just... I know I can probably only buy this pre-loved, and so I'm just throwing it out there. Before we get into that, why do I love shopping pre-loved? I love shopping pre-loved because you can get a fantastic deal. It keeps the item, you know, moving. It keeps it in somebody's wardrobe who wants to use it, and it gives it a second lease of life. Quite often they've been worn in to an extent, which means that I feel less precious with the item. And I also think you can pick up things that maybe weren't in your price point. When they first launched, that maybe you weren't looking for that item when it was first available. I think there's lots of great reasons to buy pre-loved. There's also a great market for the pre-loved economy and businesses that manage these pre-loved sites and consignment stores and shops, etc. So I also like to support those in the same way that I like to support the brands that the items originally came from. So that's kind of where I go to with it. So let's get into my list. And the first piece, I don't know where to find this, but I want it desperately. It is a YSL piece. It is the Rive Gauche Hot Pink Felt Rive Gauche. I love it. I love it. And I cannot believe I didn't buy it. I cannot believe I'm so ticked off at myself because I first became aware of this item through watching one of Steph's vlogs. I then had a conversation with Steph about it, with going back a long time. And then I went to YSL myself and they had one. I asked and they had one. But what I was put off by was the fact that it was only, I think, 20% reduced versus its RRP. And I thought, that's not a lot of a discount for an outlet. It was like £970. I thought, that's not a lot of money off. Oh, I should have just bought it. Because it was a great bag and it would have suited me perfectly. And as much as I love some of the other bags that I've got, I think it would have stopped me from buying some of those because I wouldn't have needed to. Not that I needed to buy any of them anyway, but do you know what I mean? It would have plugged a gap or plugged a hole much quicker versus now I've, in some instances, got 2 or 3 bags that I'm using for that reason. And I'm still on the hunt for that particular bag, and I'm still on the hunt for a bag similar to it. I was tempted to buy a Balmain version quite recently, but I ended up buying the Longchamp Tote instead, which I'm glad I bought. But yeah, I love this so much. Another reason that I was a little put off by it was the fact that it's felt. I live in the UK. If that gets wet, it stinks. The material has a horrible odor when it gets wet. I didn't want to be getting into that, especially not for a £1,000 bag. Next up, another one I'm obsessed with, this yellow off-the-grid tote from Gucci. This is from Designer Exchange, £650. I'm obsessed. There is one at the Gucci outlet at Bicester, which is in black, and it's also £650. So if you would prefer to have one that's brand new and you wanted one that was black instead of yellow, that could be a good option for you. But I love this. I love how vibrant it is. I love how fun it is. It's a similar style to the Rive Gauche, just a different brand. They do a similar thing for me, but obviously the price point of the Gucci is better than the price point that I knew the Rive Gauche was. However, if I could find that Rive Gauche for the same price as the Gucci, I would buy the Rive Gauche. That's kind of where my head goes to. But I love this. I think it's practical. I think it's fun. I think it's playful. I think it's all the things that you know I love. So this is definitely a good one. And another one that's also from Designer Exchange. The price point of this is ridiculous. This is Fendi, and it is the Petite Toujours kind of top handle tote shoulder bag. And this is in like a navy. Great work bag. Fendi work bag, £250, looks to be in good condition. I know this wasn't the most popular style for Fendi. I think it's practical. I think it has a time and a place. Is this a bag that would set my heart on fire? Absolutely not. But for £250, do I need it to? No, I do not. I just need it to do its job. And that's what this would do. And it's Fendi. So this is another one that I'm a bit like, do I? Don't I? Is that price too good? I don't know. I don't know. I'm a mess. Next up, and these are from Luxe Collective, and I like Luxe Collective as a store. I also really like their kind of social media presence and what they do. I watched a video quite recently, which I thought was incredibly sweet, where they invited their customer who's bought the most stuff from them to their store and showroom, and she was able to have a look at items, and there was a bag that she'd been looking at, and they gifted it to her, which I thought was so generous and so sweet and a great way to honour customer loyalty. So I like them as a piece. I bought my Vuitton So Kate's from Luxe Collective. And I really like these Alexander McQueen oversized sneakers. These are circa £500, brand new, £300 outlet, £160, and these look to be in fantastic condition. Shoes, I'm not afraid to buy pre-loved because they are an item that you wear once and you scuff. No matter how much you try to baby them, they spend their time on the ground. You can't control what you stand on, what you stand in, if you trip, if someone stands on your foot. Like, you can't control that. You can control what happens to a bag much more easily. So shoes, if someone's put a little scuff on them, I don't care because I'd have put that scuff on them. But thank you for taking the X £100 depreciation for the fact you did that one scuff. I'll buy them now. Thank you so much. That's how I feel when it comes to shoes. So these are a great option. Louboutin sneakers are another thing that I've been looking at, and you're looking at circa £750 directly from the store, £450 roughly outlet. You can pick up a pair for, I don't know, £250 to £300. If you go pre-loved, very good condition, worn once, sometimes not ever worn. Again, I'm going to thank you for taking the depreciation hit, and I'm going to buy them pre-loved. It just makes sense to me. And whilst I'm talking Louboutins, let's go here. These fabulous spiked heel in silver leather platforms. Love these. Love them. Yes, I do have my Versace platforms, but I feel like they do different things. Silver's a very versatile colour, and I think I could have my ASOS pumps, my PVC pumps in silver, which I wear quite a lot. Love those. I could then have the Avitas platforms, which have a slightly different style and use case. Then these would bridge the gap in the middle. I think they're beautiful. I think they're fun. They were doing a offer a while ago where it was, I don't know, £100 off all shoes or something like that. And these would have been about 160. And I didn't buy them, and they've now gone back up to 260. So I'm a bit pissed at myself because I could have saved some more money there, and I didn't. But I think they're great. I think they're iconic. I know that Louboutin platforms aren't really as in style anymore, but as you know with me, I don't care. A large lady Dior. I've spoken about large lady Dior multiple times, and I actually happen to really love this blue patent. This is also from Luxe Collective. The customer that I was talking to you about earlier, I believe this was one she sold to them. I think she bought it from them and then sold it back to them. I think it's a beautiful colour. I love the large lady Dior as a style. I think it's fabulous. Top handle only probably for me, because I think it would look very cumbersome when it's crossbody or even long shoulder. I think it would really jut out on the hip, but I would happily use this top handle, have that strap as a safety net in case I needed it. This one is an older style because it has the zip at the top opposed to the flap, which probably makes it a little bit more difficult to get in and out of, especially if you're someone who wears jewelry that juts out or watches and stuff, and you're trying to sort of put your hand into the compartment. But I think it's great, and you can get a great deal on a pre-loved Lady Dior, considering how much they are new from boutique. Any of the sizes, you can basically get half off the second they hit the pre-loved market, and the larger ones, not being the most popular, also tend to have a slightly larger discount in my personal experience. So this is one that I'm watching. Let's see, maybe if they do like a 20% discount code or something along those lines, it puts it to a price point that I feel a bit more comfortable. Probably about 1,500 is where I would want to go with this. But who knows, if someone else snaps it up, I hope they love the bag. And last but by no means least, another darn tote, but one that I'm absolutely obsessed with, and it is this Gucci Blooms tote. It's the blue blooms. I'm not interested in the pink. Can't believe I just said that, but I did. I said it. I'm interested in the blue, and I just love this. I think it's amazing. I saw this one on Vestiaire Collective, but it was sold. So if anyone knows, you know, of where I can source one of these, or if anyone has one that they're looking to get rid of, I would love to hear from you, because I'm very, very interested in this bag. I've just accepted the fact that I think totes work for me. And as much as I used to go on about the fact that I don't buy them, I think I've realised I actually do like them. I actually do enjoy buying them and owning them. And does that mean I'm going to buy Neverfull? No. I think I'll probably buy every other tote I can get my hands on first. But I love this. I think it's so fun. I love the fact that you have the mixture of the print along with the monogram, the black leather. It's fabulous. If I'm not mistaken, I think I was watching A Heated Mess a couple of days ago. And did she mention that this was an outlet bag? I mean, if so, I don't care. That doesn't bother me. I think it's fabulous, so I really don't care. But if anyone happens to know where there's one that's in, you know, reasonable condition kicking around, I'd love to hear from you. So there we have it, everyone. That's my current pre-loved wish list. Let me know what you think of the items. Do you own any of them? Do you recommend? Do you think no, Nick, stay away? What are your thoughts on pre-loved shoes? That can sometimes be a divisive one. Let me know what you're thinking. Love to hear from you, and see you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye now. Mwah.